There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Do you have unclaimed property? Check today at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. The Illinois Treasurer's Office safeguards unclaimed property such as life insurance proceeds, missing paychecks, and forgotten bank deposits. There is $2 billion in unclaimed property. Check if your name is among the thousands who have unclaimed property at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. That's www.IllinoisTreasurer.gov. This message brought to you by the Illinois Treasurer's Office.
Watching these kids grow up is amazing, but keeping up with a growing family can be a challenge. 3 boys need a lot of school supplies and sports gear, so we started using our family pumpkin farm to help us keep up. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation. It's my personal responsibility.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for your family's future isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find a representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
In a hurry but want a fresh, affordable meal to serve your family or friends? Biaggi's Pronto Packs make it easy to enjoy an authentic Italian meal at home or on the go. Perfectly sized to serve 4 to 5 people and starting at only $30. Pronto Packs include your choice of a pasta or 2 pizzas with a house or Caesar salad and freshly baked bread with Biaggi's butter for dipping. Or if you're planning a meal for a large group, just ask about their party pans, sized for 8 to 12 guests, and ready for pickup with 24 hours advance notice. With 6 Illinois locations, Biaggi's Carryout is the perfect solution for your busy lifestyle.
We started growing pumpkins and selling pumpkins in a roadside stand the first year my 10-year-old was born. People come, pick out their pumpkins, and they put their money in the box. We have the kids help out on the farm, and they get to keep the money for their college savings. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for college isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find an authorized representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
This portion of the game sponsored by Biaggi's, where carryout and curbside pickup make it easy to enjoy the great taste of Biaggi's at home. Visit Biaggi's online at Biaggi's.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Do you have unclaimed property? Check today at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. The Illinois Treasurer's Office safeguards unclaimed properties such as life insurance proceeds, missing paychecks, and forgotten bank deposits. There is $2 billion in unclaimed property. Check if your name is among the thousands who have unclaimed property at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. That's www.IllinoisTreasurer.gov. This message brought to you by the Illinois Treasurer's Office.
Watching these kids grow up is amazing, but keeping up with a growing family can be a challenge. 3 boys need a lot of school supplies and sports gear, so we started using our family pumpkin farm to help us keep up. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation. It's my personal responsibility.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for your family's future isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find a representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
In a hurry but want a fresh, affordable meal to serve your family or friends? Biaggi's Pronto Packs make it easy to enjoy an authentic Italian meal at home or on the go. Perfectly sized to serve 4 to 5 people and starting at only $30. Pronto Packs include your choice of a pasta or 2 pizzas with a house or Caesar salad and freshly baked bread with Biaggi's butter for dipping. Or if you're planning a meal for a large group, just ask about their party pans, sized for 8 to 12 guests, and ready for pickup with 24 hours advance notice. With 6 Illinois locations, Biaggi's Carryout is the perfect solution for your busy lifestyle.
We started growing pumpkins and selling pumpkins in a roadside stand the first year my 10-year-old was born. People come, pick out their pumpkins, and they put their money in the box. We have the kids help out on the farm, and they get to keep the money for their college savings. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for college isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find an authorized representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
This portion of the game sponsored by Biaggi's, where carryout and curbside pickup make it easy to enjoy the great taste of Biaggi's at home. Visit Biaggi's online at Biaggi's.com.
For the home team, the Tigers, Plainfield North. Surrender team, with a record of 38-7 losses. Leading head coach, John Dunn. Who has a career record of 449 wins and 188 runs over 18 years. And now, the starting lineup for the Tigers of Plainfield North. Leading off in second, number 16, Greg Cody. And second, from last year, number 6, Eric Cook. And third, right Cook, back to the 12, Gavin North. And then, last year, number 25, Brady Miller. And fifth, center fielder, number 4, Cameron Rickles. And sixth, right fielder, number 14, Matt
The Class 4A 2018 baseball season comes down to this. Your 4A championship in Joliet matches the Huntley Red Raiders and the Tigers from Plainfield North. Hi again, everybody. Dave Bernhardt along with Hall of Fame coach Mark Lindo. Huntley comes into this ball game 33-6. Plainfield North at 28-7-1. Similar pitchers, similar styles of play, but Mark, in a game like this, it comes down to fundamentals.
No doubt about it. Fundamentals, both of these teams well coached, both well schooled at fundamentals. So once there's even fundamentals, then it comes down to execution. Who gets a bunt down? Who hits or misses a cutoff man and allows an extra base? Who indeed holds runners on better? All those little things we expect a 7-inning ball game here in the last game of the 2018 season.
Huntley, the visiting team, here's their batting order tonight. Michael Teleski will be followed by Jordan Goldstein and Cameron Hoffman. Middle of the order, designated hitter Matt Rodriguez hits in a cleanup spot. He'll be followed by Hunter Rumachik. A.J. Henkel is in right field. The bottom three, Zach Model, Jason Peters, and Joey Petriniak. Defensively, for Plainfield North, it is Brady Miller, Cameron Kissel, and Garrett Cook in the outfield. Third baseman is Sean Tillman. Gavin Doyle is at short. Second baseman's Ryan Summers at first. It's Cal Cangilla behind the plate. Greg Booting and Keegan Bates, the lefty, gets the ball here for the championship matchup.
Oh, so important when you mention left-handed. Coming from that side of the hill, plus holding runners on, those little things that we talked about Bates can do. He's 3-1, 35 innings pitched. Struck out 39, walked 23 on the season, a 2.80 earned run average. He needs to be in attack mode. Also in attack mode to lead things off will be Michael Teleski. And to call the 2018 4A state championship game from downtown Joliet, Illinois, the Hall of Fame voice of the IHSA. Proud he's my partner, Dave Bernhardt.
Thank you very much, Mark, and we are ready to roll. Good crowd here tonight in Joliet. First pitch from Bates will be taken for a ball. Our home plate umpire, Steve Dashner. Mike Wiley's at first, Bob Hyde at third. Huntley got here by virtue of a 5-1 win, semifinal win over Lake Park yesterday. Plainfield North, a 7-3 victory over Sandburg. Teleski, the left fielder. Yesterday he was 2 for 3, scored a run, had 2 of the 6 Red Raider hits.
Jump starts their offense. Where he goes, the table is set.
We'll take a big hack at it to even up the count at 2-2.
Teleski playing left field, former third baseman. He's versatile. Good contact hitter, creates things when he gets on base.
366 average coming into this tournament. Bates just misses. We go full on our first hitter here today.
Bates needs to be in attack mode. This is a situation anything but. Be aggressive, finish your pitch, put the ball in play.
Leadoff walk starts the 4A title game. Plainfield North, Huntley have never won a team state championship. One of them will get that big trophy here tonight.
24th walk in 35 innings for Bates. That could be a storyline tonight if he cannot command the zone.
Jordan Goldstein, he'll put the bunt down. Bates looks to second, will go to first. Goldstein does his job, advances Teleski to second.
So there's our first opportunity for fundamentals and execution following it. Good job by Goldstein, shows it early, nothing secretive. He was looking to advance the runner. Watch him show it early. Catches the ball with the back, gets the barrel out in front of the hitting zone, and they're playing for an early lead. One-run baseball, fundamentally sound.
They had the right man at the plate. Cameron Hoffman, the catcher. Yesterday he had one hit. It was a big one, a triple, a bases-clearing triple. Part of a 4-run third inning that jumped Huntley on top, and they never looked back in that 5-1 win over Lake Park.
They got that 4-run inning, a 3-run triple, an ensuing sacrifice fly by Rodriguez. They put that 4 up in a hurry, left nobody on base, cleared them, and had a big crooked number.
Hoffman headed to Benedictine University. Lefty on lefty matchup. Sends this one out of play. Hoffman on his season, now 33 runs batted in.
Mom Kim, a special ed teacher for the Red Raiders, so a special night for her.
Keegan Bates threw 4 pitches last night. Brady Miller got the win for Plainfield North. He went 6 2/3 innings, and he hit the pitch count exactly at 115. He was removed. Bates came in, quick out, and in the title game went the Tigers. Count stays 2-2. Well, to get here to Joliet, somewhere along the way, these teams win in their final at bat, and that's exactly what Huntley did in the sectional semifinal against McHenry, and it was this man at the plate, Cameron Hoffman, a walk-off 2-out single to send the Red Raiders on their way. And a breaking ball will send Cameron Hoffman back to the dugout. Called strike 3.
What a great pitch. He just buckled Hoffman. He had fouled off a pretty good fastball the previous pitch. This one just catches the inner edge, lefty against lefty. Fell off a table, good vertical drop, 12-6. Hammer falls down, strike 3 and 2 outs.
Man Rodriguez, the designated hitter, as Mark mentioned, he sacrificed fly yesterday for his RBI, and that came one game after he hit for the cycle against Loyola.
Played college baseball, Milwaukee School of Engineering, quite clearly an honors type student.
Right side, knocked down Cangilla. The toss to Bates. And the defense shines early. Keegan Bates pitches around a leadoff walk. And now it's the Tigers that will come to bat here in the bottom of the first in your 4A title game from Joliet. .321 wins in his 12th season. This is the lineup he put on his card tonight. Catcher Greg Bootig to lead things off, followed by Garrett Cook and Gavin Doyle. Last night's winning pitcher Brady Miller is in left field. He'll be followed by Cameron Kissel and Cal Cangilla. You just saw Cangilla make that great play over at first. Chris Miller, the designated hitter, batting for the pitcher Keegan Bates. And the lineup rounded out by Sean Tillman and Ryan Summers. Defensively for Huntley, it'll be Michael Teleski in left. Joey Petriniak is in center. A.J. Henkel, the right fielder. Jason Peters is at third. Jordan Goldstein, slick fielding shortstop. Zach Model, the second baseman. Hunter Rumachik is over at first. Cameron Hoffman will put that gear on, and he'll be catching the right-handed offerings of Nick Laxner.
Laxner, a good one, a 6 foot, 160-pound senior on the season. Pretty doggone good numbers, a 7-1 record in 52 innings pitched for number 24 there on your screen. 52 strikeouts, just 10 walks allowed. You want a big game guy? He won their regional championship. He won their sectional championship. He's got an opportunity to win their state championship. Good repertoire pitchers. He can throw 3 of them for strikes. Complete game in that sectional win championship. 17 career W's.
First man he will face is the catcher, the leadoff hitter, Greg Bootig. Plainfield North wrapped out 10 hits last night in the 73 win over Sandburg. Bootig had 2 of those. He's a leadoff man. He will get on base any way he can. You talk about walk-off victories. It was Bootig that had the walk-off hit in the regional championship game against Downers Grove South. The ball game that Plainfield North came from behind.
They were down 3-2. Need to score in the bottom of the 7th, then won it in the bottom of the 8th.
Nick Laxner is ready. So is Bootig. We'll start the bottom of the first. Big breaking ball for ball 1. We've had the sun come in and out. You saw in the top half of this inning, bright sunshine cast harsh shadows on the field. Now the sun is ducked behind the clouds. They have turned the lights on here at Joliet's Route 66 Stadium.
So we get a chance to cheat. A good picture from our center field camera watching Laxner get his grip in the glove. This one looks like a breaking ball.
There it is.
So we have the camera. Plainfield North hitters do not. I can call every pitch.
Three balls and a strike to the leadoff batter for the Tigers.
That's why it's so important for pitchers anyway, though, to continue. If you're going to spin the ball on one pitch, you better spin them on all.
Roller out to Peters at third. Into the dirt, and Budig will be thrown out. The pick at first base from Rumachik. Close play down at first.
He kind of sits back on this ball, lets it get to him, but he still has plenty of time. Short hops with a short arm, and then gotta love your first baseman. He picks a bang bang play, goes to the defense.
That'll bring up Garrett Cook, the right fielder. Cook had 2 hits last night, 4 at-bats, scored a run. You may have seen right there the effect, and we've seen it a lot at first base this weekend, the effect of this artificial surface. First year artificial surface here in Joliet. The true hop on a throw across from the infield. Cook will go right side. Ball hits slowly to Model. Close play once again at first. The 2 outs.
Boy, can Cook flat out run, and you talk about a guy playing the game hard in respect to the game. Model knew he had time, but maybe not. Look at him get out of the box, Cook. Sprint it down to first base. Bang, bang, you're out. But good hustle, good fundamental defensive play.
Very quickly, we go to the number 3 hitter. That's Gavin Doyle, the shortstop. He too was 2 for 4. Each of the first 3 hitters in the order last night for Plainfield North had 2 hits and 4 at-bats. And Doyle will go after the first pitch. Doyle also contributed a couple of runs batted in.
John Darlington could get that ball himself down the left field line, leaves the coaching box. Started his coaching career at Dwight, went to Morris, and now a fixture starting the program at Plainfield North.
Waxner, that 3-corner arm delivery to Doyle, who, speaking of John Darlington, calls Gavin Doyle as good as any player in Illinois, headed to Western Michigan University. Couldn't get that one to find the zone. Good hitting count here for Doyle.
2 outs, Doyle can gap you outfield. Tuleski, Petriniak, and Henkel very deep. Trying to keep any ball from going to the wall with 2 outs and no one on.
Good fastball from Laxner. That 2 for 4 effort last night will push Gavin Doyle's average right near the 400 mark. Also has 41 runs batted in to lead this team, 10 doubles, 5 triples, and 7 home runs.
Close to an on-base percentage of .500.
Fastball right by Doyle. So Laxner showed the breaking pitch during his first inning. He comes back with a heater to close it out. 1 inning in the books. Your 4A title game. We're scoreless.
Do you have unclaimed property? Check today at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. The Illinois Treasurer's Office safeguards unclaimed property such as life insurance proceeds, missing paychecks, and forgotten bank deposits. There is $2 billion in unclaimed property. Check if your name is among the thousands who have unclaimed property at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. That's www.IllinoisTreasurer.gov. This message brought to you by the Illinois Treasurer's Office.
What a day for Plainfield North athletics. They have 2 teams playing in state championship games today. Of course, the baseball team here in Joliet. Earlier today, Plainfield North softball team playing for the Class 4A state title, and the Tigers came up just a bit short, falling to Rock Island 2-1. It's a ball game that Plainfield North trailed 2-0 going into the 7th inning, got a run, and left the bases loaded. Their season comes to an end with a second-place trophy. We'll start the top of the 2nd inning. Hunter Rumachik, A.J. Henkel, and Zach Model for the Red Raiders under head coach Andy Jakubowski. 299 wins. We talked yesterday, Jakubowski, he has those numbers out. He knows if he could pick up that 300th win, it would come in this championship game here tonight.
Rumacek, a good prospect, 6'4", 185, all conference as a junior. He'll be watched with careful eyes as his progress develops.
Stands tall in that batter's box. Rumacek this season, 313 average.
You're 6'4" and you can run. He glides, can steal bases. He's a 5-tool player.
He had one of the 6 hits last night for the Red Raiders. It was Kyle Morgan that went the distance for Huntley last night on a 2-hitter. Wind blowing out ever so slightly, a little bit to left center field. We've had the wind turn around at different points of this weekend, especially today. Rumacek off the handle. Tough play. Who's got it? Rumacek will win the race to first. I don't know if you could have dropped that ball in a better location for Hunter Rumacek.
That's in the infield Bermuda Triangle right between Camellia and the pitcher Bates. Summers, he didn't know what to do at second base. And you can see Camellia, he just at first base, we had a chance to see him come into your picture. He can't decide, should I go for it? Should I go to first? Should I go for it? That indecision. The ball couldn't have been placed any better as you described, and they get their leadoff man on.
For the second inning in a row. This time it's A.J. Hinkle. Last inning, it was a sacrifice by Goldstein. Valesky was eventually stranded at second.
Rumacek with a one-way lead, checking his signs at first base. His left arm at first base pointing back toward first. He wants to see the move of Bates.
That got a piece of everybody. The catcher, Greg Budick.
We'll see from this angle when Rumacek takes his lead. His leaning back toward first in respect to seeing the move of Bates.
Rumacek does have 14 stolen bases this year. Look out in the stands, a hot shot. A.J. Hinkle, a run scored last night, 1 for 3. A right fielder for the Red Raiders. Hitting .336. To the left side, tough play. Doyle's going to go the long way. Ball gets away. Rumacek would advance to second, will go to third, and the Red Raiders have runners on the corners. An infield single for Hinkle. An error will allow Rumacek to get to third.
So back-to-back infield hits. This is the first one. That set up a man on first, no one out. Then a ball to the left side that was knocked down, then thrown away first and third. Ball hasn't been hit hard, but the offense right now kick-started for the Red Raiders.
Zach Model, first and third, nobody out. And oh, so many things Huntley could do in this situation. Model was hitless in 2 at-bats last night. .300 hitter on the season. That's one of the things you can do.
Yeah, and that bunt is a good one. Let's describe and break that one apart. That's not a suicide squeeze. No need to do that with 0 outs on the board. If he gets that bunt down, a safety type of squeeze, you should have a man score. You should move a man over to second. Even if you're out, give yourself up. So good idea, was not able to finish with execution.
You look to do it again. The other part I like about that is even if the bunt is not placed well enough for that runner at third base to say, I can make it, at the very worst, you're second and third and one out.
And you're forcing the defense to make a play under duress, under pressure. Because believe me, the defense is going to be aware that that run could score.
Good hitters count coming up for Model. Jason Peters is on deck. Henkel at first, Rumachik at third. Model line drive right at the second baseman Summers for the first out of this inning. He had him played perfectly.
Yeah, two things. One, quality at bat by Model, who just hits a seed. And position-wise, a game of inches, a game of feet. Summers right there, just because of double play depth. And the ball found his glove.
This is Jason Peters at the plate. Junior third baseman. Bates down and in for a strike. Outfield playing fairly straight away. Left fielder Brady Miller quite deep. Peters takes a big hack and Bates pulled back on it. Two quick strikes. Ball in play to Tillman. He's going to look to turn two. The relay. Got it! 5:43. Tillman to Summers to Cangilla. And Bates pitches out of it. First and third, nobody out, line out, and then this.
And then the decision. There wasn't a think about it. It was, I know what I'm going to do. 5, 4. Look at that great strong turn. Impetus into the throw. Ring them up and run them out. They escape.
Watching these kids grow up is amazing, but keeping up with a growing family can be a challenge. 3 boys need a lot of school supplies and sports gear, so we started using our family pumpkin farm to help us keep up. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation. It's my personal responsibility.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for your family's future isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find a representative near you at takesimplesteps.com.
Huntley had a major scoring threat in the top of this inning without getting the ball out of the infield. However, the defense rose. A 5:43 double play sends us to the bottom of the second, still scoreless.
Well, fast forward to the 6th or 7th inning. If it's 3-2, 4-3, something like that, people say the game's on the line. But that game may have just been saved by Plainfield North with that 5-4-3 double play. That was key time in the game, number one. The Tigers defense answered.
Brady Miller had a tough night last night, the cleanup hitter. He was the pitcher last night, left fielder tonight. He had 3 strikeouts, and he had a tough time handling the breaking ball. And that's what Nick Laxner started out here in the first 2 strikes. Would not bite. That will hit Miller, the free pass down to first base. And here in the bottom of the second, the Tigers have the leadoff man aboard.
So Miller set up to be on the defensive, 4 straight breaking balls. He got underneath that one. It didn't bite, it just spun. Miller, behind the count 1-2, stayed right in there, becomes a leadoff man on base.
Center fielder Cameron Kissel had a hit and 4 at-bats last night. He's swinging away. We'll look once again down to John Darlington at third base to make sure that that hit sign is still on.
Big 3-run home run the very first inning of the sectional championship. His team put up a 6 on Neuqua Valley.
This ball's roped to right field. In the gap. Miller around second into third easily. And a stand-up double for Cameron Kissel. And just like that, Plainfield North comes right back. First 2 base runners of the game, hit by pitch and a double.
And how about Kissel? His base running attributes, they just don't quit. That ball to right center field. It was in front of him the whole time. Brady Miller, he never broke stride first to third. But watch Kissel get out of the box. That ball hits some turf in right center field. And even though the center fielder, Petrovic, gets to it, Petriniak gets to it, no, Kissel never hesitates.
Cal Cangilla in an RBI position. He's able to check it up. Cangilla has driven in 19 runs this year, 378 hitter coming into the tournament. 0 for 2 last night, did score a couple of times.
He wants to hit this ball to the right side, get him in, get the man on second over to third. Get him in, get him over opportunity.
2 balls, no strikes. Chris Miller, the designated hitter, waits on deck. Waxner delivers. A good fastball. A good take. 2-1. Outfield deep, shaded to the left for Cangilla. In front of it, but it's good enough to score Miller. Kissel held at third. RBI single. Cal Cangilla in a 1-0 lead for the Tigers.
Watch his hands stay back, and he drops the barrel on top of the ball. Has enough top spin to drive it right through the 5-6 hole. Makings of a big inning for Plainfield North, who with a defensive gem escaped jail, top of the second, and their offense revs up its engines here in bottom of inning 2.
Hit batter, double, single, a run in. First and third for Chris Miller. He's hitting for Keegan Bates, the pitcher. This ball's hit hard, a chance to turn 2. Goldstein couldn't handle it cleanly, a run will score. Fielder's choice, RBI, 2-0 North.
So there's a significant difference so far. Plainfield North, a double play opportunity. They turn it. This one's tailor-made. Not clean coming out of the glove and not clean coming out of the glove. Yes, they get the out, but that was an opportunity to get a 2-for-1.
A run would have scored in either case, but still a runner at first with 1 out. Sean Tillman at the plate. Saw Tillman turn a double play today. He had some great glove work last night. Also 2 for 3 and 2 runs batted in.
The man in the batter's box, Sean Tillman, he was cut his junior year. This year, number 8 for the Tigers. One of the last players kept. But the stay to it aggressiveness. Here he finds himself in the middle of big plays in the state championship.
Boy, what an inspiration.
Yes.
A player like that would be.
You'll point your finger at Tillman for years to come with young players.
Sean Tillman, 5'11" senior. 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. A .345 batting average. You know, and the other lesson for that is for some kids who may be discouraged by, boy, I should be playing more. Coaches will find a spot for you. You produce, you show what you're capable of, you will get your spot.
The players have to make the coach play them by performing.
Miller short lead at first. Tillman will follow the 3-1 pitch back and bring the count full.
Lexner was just about 1-5 to home plate. Very slow lead leg. Now, if they steal here, it's going to be more of a run and hit. I'm betting on Tillman rather than a straight steal. Good pitch to put people in motion on.
I'll drive Miller back. Grant Yakominski headed down to the bullpen here early for Huntley. Miller stays. Tillman gets a piece of it. Yakominski, 6'1" senior. He's appeared in 18 games this year. Been used mainly in relief. They are looking to get him loose early.
How about Tillman's cut on 3-2? It wasn't defensive, incredibly aggressive to the baseball.
And a strikeout, and a big one for Nick Laxner.
Fastball up, high heat, tough to get the hands on top of. Punch out, a big one.
Ryan Summers drove in a run last night. Second baseman hanging in the 9th spot in the order. Slow curveball falls in there. Summers will hit this one in the air, short right field. Henkel will make the catch and close out the inning. But not before Plainfield North strikes for 2. They get a couple of hits. The inning starts with a hit batter. We've played 2. It's 2-0 Tigers.
In a hurry but want a fresh, affordable meal to serve your family or friends? Biaggi's Pronto Packs make it easy to enjoy an authentic Italian meal at home or on the go. Perfectly sized to serve 4 to 5 people and starting at only $30. Pronto Packs include your choice of a pasta or 2 pizzas with a house or Caesar salad and freshly baked bread with Biaggi's butter for dipping. Or if you're planning a meal for a large group, just ask about their party pans, sized for 8 to 12 guests and ready for pickup with 24 hours advance notice. With 6 Illinois locations, Biaggi's Carryout is the perfect solution for your busy lifestyle.
The Huntley fans get behind their teams at all levels and all sports, and they have come here to Joliet on a gorgeous evening, 81 degrees at game time and sunny.
Huntley community up Route 47 north of Joliet. But you know what? You'll make that drive when your team got a chance for a state championship on a beautiful June night.
I need to look through that crowd and find Mr. Overstreet. He is the super fan for Huntley. He will lead the crowd with his cheer, "Hey, hey, Huntley."
And he's had a lot of opportunities to do that during the state tournament run. Been an overall good athletic year for the Red Raiders.
Keegan Bates sees the first pitch. He throws to Joey Petriniak, rifled right back up the middle. And for the 3rd straight inning, the Red Raiders put the leadoff man on base.
Petriniak in that 9-hole, a .339 hitter, so don't be fooled by his spot in the batting order. The proverbial second leadoff man in the 9-hole.
And here is your true leadoff man in the order, Michael Teleski. He walked to start this ball game in the 1st. He's ahead of that one. And the game changes now, the 2 spot in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Oleski checks that wristband. Took a good long look at it, actually. Bates doesn't wait long. Once Oleski was in the box, Bates was ready to go.
He had not made a start. He was a spot starter all year. Then he got the super sectional start against Neuqua Valley. Pitches a complete game, so he gets the ball back in the title game.
Bates headed to Valparaiso. To that point, more saves than wins this year. You know, he's a benefactor, actually, or maybe a result is more of the term of the pitch count that has come into high school play the last couple of years. Speaking of Keegan Bates, he was a starter early in the year. They moved into the bullpen, and the reason was so he could close games when other pitchers hit their pitch count. So you get your starter hit your pitch count, Bates comes in and finishes it up.
Yeah, they wanted a quality guy that they were comfortable with to bridge after pitch counts had been hit.
Oleski to right field. Cook draw Sabit on it right from the start. And that's the first out. Gavin Doyle played with Keegan Bates. Several of these players played together. Ryan Summers, Brady Miller, Gavin Doyle, Keegan Bates, Cal Cangilis, since they were 5 or 6. And Gavin Doyle said, you know, even when we were 8 years old, when we needed a big pitching performance, Keenan gave it to us. And that's what we're expecting here tonight.
Two of their fathers, Cully Summers, George Miller, coached those kids from those early days.
Jordan Goldstein put down a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Goldstein's a great story as well. Little guy when he was young, he worked hard in his defense because he knew that defense was going to get him into the lineup. And this is when he was small. It was his way to produce. And it's paid off here this season. Only 8 errors for Jordan Goldstein.
An all-conference player and all Daily Herald Northwest area. Leading hitter on the team.
Goldstein checks in with a .388 average. Runner going, second straight pitch down there and safe with a stolen base is Petriniak. He went on the previous pitch that was fouled off, so they said, let's just go right back at it. He saw something in the move from Bates.
And Booting lets it go, but late covering. Some indecision between Doyle and Summers, which is very unusual because they've played forever together. We just mentioned that, but just know each other so well. Some miscommunication in the middle infielder there, allowing that stolen base.
Goldstein will hot-foot it down the line, and it will be foul. RBI situation here for Jordan Goldstein. He has 23 of them on the season.
Goldstein, see if we get a picture of him. Does he have his glasses on? Yes, he does. You see the goggle-type glasses. Seeing the ball much better. Imagine that when you get your eye concerns taken care of.
Well, last year he found that his timing was off. And that's true of what? Every player in baseball. At some point your timing is going to be off. But finally got things all squared away with the correct prescription. First base is open, to count 2-2.
Interesting, Goldstein asked for time. Home plate umpire Steve Dashner didn't grant it. And fortunately for Goldstein, it was ball up and away.
Runners first and second with one out. And a walk to the mound for head coach John Darlington of Plainfield North. We've had a full day of baseball here in Joliet today at Joliet Route 66 Stadium. We got things started early this morning. Nazareth Academy knocking off Triad 4-0 in Class 3A. And St. Ignatius and Morton, the championship, goes to the Morton Potters. And we have a very quick pitching change here in the third inning.
Nicholas Serrato in, takes the ball early in somewhat a surprising move, but a decisive move by John Darlington. Not a thought, not a how you doing. That was, I believe, predetermined before this inning. So we'll take a look at Serrato, 6'1", 170, a senior. He's 3-0 on the season. 26 strikeouts in 23 innings pitched. Walked 13, has given up 16 hits, earned run average of 3.05. for Nicholas Serrato in with one out here in the top of the third inning.
So you say, okay, why such the quick hook? Well, with the pitching depth that Plainfield North has, Bates has gone all the way through the order. And that is something that I think we could see here before this night is over, is each batter may only see one different pitcher for Plainfield North in this case.
Nick Serrato throws all three pitches with command, a breaking ball, a straight change. There's a breaking ball, good look at it there. He can tip up to 87, 88 miles an hour. He'll pitch for UW Platteville next year, but I think he's got some business to do before he thinks about getting up to Platteville, Wisconsin.
He has Cameron Hoffman stepping in the batter's box. Interesting move because it was a lefty-lefty matchup, and Hoffman struck out looking his first time against the lefty Bates, but this time it'll be the righty Serrato. Runner at second, Petriniak. Runner at first, Goldstein.
And this is the man, Hoffman, that Huntley would want up in this RBI situation, chasing two.
Outfield, the left side of the outfield, left field, center field, shading Hoffman to be a little late. He was looking at that one all the way. The right fielder, Garrett Cook, playing off the line a bit.
Good movement. Serrato started that ball on the hands of Hoffman. Two-seam, tailed right away over the plate.
That's a big cut right there. 5'10", 160, the senior.
Good pass at the ball there. His timing was there. Hitting's all about timing. Pitching's about disrupting that timing. If you have command of your changeup, this is the epitome of the time to utilize that pitch.
He comes with the heat. Didn't get the call. Huntley fans thrilled. Or was that a strike? Did you give him a strike? It's 2-2 on the board. Hoffman hits this one high. Kissel deep. Back he goes. Over the shoulder catch. Tagging at second. Petriniak. He will head to third. Long fly out from Hoffman.
And we've sung the praises of Kissel many times during this weekend. That ball was flat out tagged. Squared up in center field. He just slides and glides to that ball. He had it in his sights the entire time. Makes the catch, gets it back in a hurry. First and third offense for Huntley if they want to play one-run baseball.
Matt Rodriguez. He drove in 4 runs in a super sectional win on that day he hit the cycle. And this will score a run. And the lead has been cut in half. So the deep flyout by Hoffman pays dividends because it advanced Petriniak to third. He scores on the wild pitch.
So Petriniak, the 9-hole hitter, leads off the inning. First ball, fastball, bing, bing, base hit. Ends up coming around to score because of solid base running. That's a ball that Budding just did not get his body shifted in front of.
Nearly another.
And a much better job by the catcher there, saving the ball back to the screen.
Two-0 pitch coming up from Serrato. 3 balls, no strikes.
Great picture from center field of Goldstein on second. As he sees the pitch, he gets his secondary lead. Momentum going toward third gives him a much better chance to score on a base hit.
On a 3-0 count, John Darlington, the head coach for Plainfield North, says we will intentionally walk Matt Rodriguez. So he will trot down to first base. That will put Hunter Rumachik at the dish with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Rumachik singled his last time up. It went about 70 feet.
And there's Goldstein. Watch as the pitch is delivered. He might disappear out of your view because of his movement toward third.
This is hit hard to left field. Miller got twisted around. He'll make an over-the-shoulder catch at the track. Cameron Kissel, the catch at deep center field. And this one from Brady Miller, maybe the best athlete in Plainfield North history. And that catch will keep the margin at 1. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-1 Tigers.
We started growing pumpkins and selling pumpkins in a roadside stand the first year my 10-year-old was born. People come, pick out their pumpkins, and they put their money in the box. We have the kids help out on the farm, and they get to keep the money for their college savings. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for college isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find an authorized representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
We've had scoring in each of the last 2 half innings. Plainfield North with the 2 spot in the bottom of the second. Huntley comes right back and cuts that lead in half. That's a big run here in the top half of that 3rd inning for the Red Raiders.
Big catch by Miller to end that. People on their seats there, if this one keeps up like it is, they'll be standing when we see that picture by the middle late innings.
To the top of the order we go. Greg Budig to lead it off here in the bottom of inning number 3. Nick Laxner on the mound. Laxner has allowed 2 hits. They both came last inning. Tough hop handled by Peters. Regroups and throws out Budig. Jason Peters over at third base, 1 out. Now to Garrett Cook.
That ball took a late hop on him. He was able to stay with it, fight it off, and then off his back foot, still have strong enough arm strength to get that thing across the diamond.
Third baseman Peters was thinking about that bunt. Rumachik was way back at first, so I'm not sure where Cook was thinking about putting that ball down, but he had a lot of room down that first base line, still does. Swinging away to center field. Petriniak back. There have been some well-hit balls in this game. 2 outs to Doyle.
Interesting, both these teams in their conference, Plainfield North and the Southwest Prairie, they had to sweep Plainfield East and Plainfield South down the stretch to win their league. In the Fox Valley League, Huntley, they lose their opening series to Jacobs. Obviously able to rebound and put on a heck of a run throughout the rest of the season. So both teams had some pressure games just to win their conference title. Plainfield North late, Huntley very early had to play some catch up.
Off the bat of Doyle. To left center field, an easy inning for Nick Laxner. 3 up, 3 down. We played 3, and it's a good one in your 4A title game, and it finds the Tigers from Plainfield North on top of the Huntley Red Raiders, 2-1.
This portion of the game sponsored by Biaggi's, where carryout and curbside pickup make it easy to enjoy the great taste of Biaggi's at home. Visit Biaggi's online at Biaggi's.com.
You have a choice to sit in the sun or the shade here on a sunny early evening here on a Saturday night in June. And that shade is down on the third base side, on the Plainfield north side. Tigers the home team. Top of the fourth we go. Leading it off, it'll be A.J. Henkel. Henkel facing Nicholas Serrato. First time he has seen Serrato. Singled off of the starter, Keegan Bates, in the second inning. That was an inning that saw Huntley threaten going to see an inning-ending double play turned that denied the Red Raiders a run. Yet in the third, Huntley came right on back and picked up a run. Henkel be followed by Model and Peters. Each of the first 3 innings, Huntley has had the leadoff batter on base. Called strike by Steve Dashner.
Henkel thought that ball was outside, let it go. Thought he was dealing with a 3-1 count. Now he's going to have to adapt, adjust, hunker down with 2 strikes.
Doyle has it. 1 out.
Silky smooth shortstop is Doyle.
You can just tell by the way he just flows into the ball.
And he gets through the baseball every time he fields a ground ball. Heads down, gloves in front. He comes through the baseball, momentum to first. Solid square of his back foot, and it gets to showcase his arm.
Greg Booty, the catcher, had to head to the dugout. He is getting a replacement catcher's mitt. Somebody in that dugout will be looking to do some instant repair. Up the middle, base hit. And Zach Model, first pitch he sees from Serrato. So they don't get the leadoff man. Number 2 isn't too bad.
Well, Model squared up the ball his first trip up the plate. Line drive out to second. This time just put short to the ball. Alligator arms, as I call it. Keeps the barrel through the zone, lines it right back up the middle. Great timing, good piece of hitting.
Jason Peters hit into that double play we mentioned, 5:43 double play. Pretty good lead for Model, and he has to get back. Serrato keeping an eye on Model. Peters could not or chose not to pull the trigger on that one.
Serrato 1-3 to home plate from the pitcher's mound. That on a breaking ball. 0-1 count, takes the running advantage away right now.
And that will get through the hole into left field. First and second, 1 out here in the fourth. And Huntley just keeps on coming.
Sean Tillman was playing up on the cutout area with 1 out. Now that ball was a bullet coming off the bat of Peters, but no chance because of the angle. It was taken away by the third baseman playing up. He just drills it right past the diving Tillman. They're in business again.
And Andy Jakubowski wants a pinch runner. Evan Topkomo will run for Jason Peters at first.
So Huntley won the third inning, 1-0. Trying to get on top here as far as this inning in the top of inning number 4.
Number 9 hitter Joey Petriniak singled and scored last inning. The tower gets buzzed on the first pitch.
The chin music. Petriniak sings along.
Angela playing behind the runner Tokmo at first. Ball and a strike. Short leads at both bases. Petriniak, defensive swing, slow roller. Doyle can't handle it. The bases are loaded.
Watch Doyle. He wants to get this ball to his second baseman Summers in such a hurry. He almost tries to throw it before he gathers it. So the speed of the game, he tried to increase the speed of the game himself. And the error, John Darlington out there for calming effect reasons right here.
After a ground out to start this inning, 7, 8, 9 in this Huntley order. Model, Peters with base hits. And Petriniak reaching on an error. So he will go to the top of the order for Michael Teleski.
Well, Huntley had a game situation offensively in the second inning. First and second, no one out. Didn't score. That ended on a 5-4-3 double play with a man on third. This is game situation offensively number 2 for Huntley.
Teleski today, a walk and a fly out. Short leads at each base. The Huntley crowd really into it. Model at third, Peters at second, Petriniak at first. Budig has to make the stop. Tying run at third base. One ball, one strike, one out. Ball gets away from the bullpen. Teleski waits, the pitch. Big cut.
Evan Heine was in the pen and now back in the dugout, which indicates he is ready if need be. Just gave a thumbs up. I'm ready if needed. Nick Serrato doesn't want him to be needed.
This is the 8th batter Serrato has faced. Teleski with the take. Budig with the stop.
Budig with a hockey type save right there. NHL season's over, but just a save, kick save right there by Budig to save a would-be run.
Right back to the mound. To home. To first for the double play. 1, 2, 3. And for the second time in 4 innings, Plainfield North turns a double play to end a Huntley threat. Budig, the strike to first. Huntley scoreless. Back at Route 66 Stadium in Joliet, let's take a look back at that final play to close out the top half of the 4th inning.
So Serrato knows in advance it's going to be a ball back to me, I'm going to the catcher. Now look at Budig. That is not a good throw. But Budig goes down and gets it, keeps his foot on home plate, and then steps inside. Good angle to throw it down to first base for the double play. So a good play mentally by Serrato, knowing what he was doing with the ball. Physically, he would have wanted to get that ball up a little bit more. His teammate Budig makes a very solid play, keeping his foot down, getting his glove down on a low throw, and then the second huge double play. Again, mark that up in the 2nd inning, mark it up in the 4th inning. Plainfield North with twin killings to escape and negate Huntley rallies.
Brady Miller to start the bottom of the fourth inning. Facing Nick Laxner. Evan Takmo staying in the ball game to play third base. He took the spot of Jason Peters as a pinch runner. Well, there are 2 errors on the board for Plainfield North. However, it has been the defense that has been the difference in this game for the Tigers. Pitch to Miller. You had the long fly out that the center fielder ran down for Plainfield North. That was Cameron Kissel. And then Brady Miller, an over-the-shoulder catch on the warning track in left field. Throw in those 2 double plays, and that's why we're still at a 2-1 game. Miller ropes this one. Backhand Goldstein. Talk about defense. There it is. Jordan Goldstein makes this look easy.
How about the arm? Hose, anything goes right there. Watch him plant over the top and plant the seed right in the glove of first baseman Hunter Rumachik. Great Gold Glove play by Goldstein.
Nick Laxner has retired the last 6 batters he's faced, and he will face Kissel, who doubled his last time up.
Now, if you're watching the grip by Laxner home like we are, if you see his fingers to the side of the ball, it's a fastball. You see him on top of the ball, like that, breaking ball.
And that one just a bit high.
So you can watch at home, the NFHS network, and you can see the pitch again when we use our center field camera. You'll be able to see his grip.
Goldstein will get another shot. We'll make that play. A couple of 6-3s to start the bottom of the fourth inning.
What a fun baseball game thus far. The exciting thing is we still have 3 innings and out to play, because these 2 teams are fundamentally sound, and they also can make some big plays defensively.
Calkin Gillis singled in a run. That was in the 4th. He drove in the first run of this game. There is no activity in either team's bullpen. Laxner has that slingshot type delivery.
Had some interest and was interested in Miami of Ohio. Now back open recruiting, might go the junior college route to open up his options.
Look out on the hill. That one's coming at you in a hurry. You know, if you're anywhere from, I'll say 6 to 10 years old, it's a Saturday weekend in early June, this would be the place to be if you'd like to build up your baseball collection. Hoffman will smother that one with 2 strikes.
Your mom and dad like you here because you're around a good thing, a baseball activity, and by the time you get home, you'll be worn out.
That's a good pitch right there. Woo. Laxner thought he had it. There's the kids on the hill. You know, and they play for a full 7 innings. They do not stop. 3-2 pitch. This will go to Henkel in right field. This ball is carrying very well right in front of the wall. Henkel makes the catch. And in back-to-back innings, Laxner has retired the side. He's retired 8 in a row. He's kept his gate team in this ball game. We go to the 5th. Rapidly played ball game here in your 4A championship. North on top by a run.
Do you have unclaimed property? Check today at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. The Illinois Treasurer's Office safeguards unclaimed property such as life insurance proceeds, missing paychecks, and forgotten bank deposits. There is $2 billion in unclaimed property. Check if your name is among the thousands who have unclaimed property at IllinoisTreasurer.gov. That's www.IllinoisTreasurer.gov. This message brought to you by the Illinois Treasurer's Office.
High school teams practice double plays. They turn them during the course of this season. But how about in the biggest game of the year?
First one, First and third. Game situation 5-4, 3 and out. Tillman starts that, the turn in the middle. And then the 1-2-3 with the bases juiced. Look at Budig go down, get that ball, step inside, and finish it, quelching would-be rallies.
Now, if you're Huntley right now, you're starting with the 2 spot in the order, and Jordan Goldstein. Yes, you've been turned away now in 3 successive innings when you've had threats. You did get a run in the third. But it's your offense that's been putting the pressure on in this game, and that's how you have to continue to feel. Here's we start the 5th inning.
Serrato's 26th pitch right there. 16 of them have been strikes.
Goldstein today, a sacrifice bunt and a walk. And a line drive, short hop by Doyle. Does he have time? He does.
Well, when you say does he have time, just remember that young man's arm. Great job knocking the ball down. He trusts his arm, Dave. He trusts his own arm. He knew he had time. Takes away a very hard hit ball like Goldstein to get the first out.
Cameron Hoffman was the first batter that Nicholas Serrato faced, and Hoffman hit a ball deep center field that it was run down by a center fielder, Kissel.
Kissel's playing very deep right now.
This is a line shot, and it will drop down in front of Kissel. Talk about pressure that's been put on by this Huntley offense. In each of the first 3 innings, the Red Raiders put the leadoff batter on base. In each of the last 2 innings, it's been the second man up that's been on base. Michael Boland to run at first base. Matt Rodriguez was intentionally walked last inning, or the last time he came to the plate. Worked out for Plainfield North. Scoop by Budig.
.350 average, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 5 home runs. Power, gap power, home run power.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 2-1 game. Top of the 5th. Plainfield North and Huntley not only playing for their school's first baseball state title, but for their first state title in any sport. A couple of foul balls off the bat of Rodriguez.
Serrato took a little bit off that breaking ball, and the location of it was down. He cannot leave something off speed up because Rodriguez will hurt it.
Boland, the courtesy runner at first.
You want the baseball to change planes. If it stays in the same plane, makes it much more easy to track with the eyes of a hitter.
This will take a while to come down. Summers will make the catch for the second out. Hunter Rumacek and an infield single, and then a long fly out to the warning track in left field. Brady Miller made the catch, and just as Rumacek came to the plate, John Darlington came out of the dugout, looked out at Miller, and reminded him, this is the ball that was over your head.
Moving his entire outfield back with 2 outs.
Rumacek to center field, and Kissel is there, and it's a quiet inning for the Red Raiders. They get a 1-out hit. Runner stranded at first. Plainfield North will bat in the bottom of the 5th with a 1-run lead.
Watching these kids grow up is amazing, but keeping up with a growing family can be a challenge. 3 boys need a lot of school supplies and sports gear, so we started using our family pumpkin farm to help us keep up. With my kids and my customers, my goal is to improve their situation. It's my personal responsibility.
With Country Financial, if you just take simple steps, preparing for your family's future isn't as overwhelming as you think. Find a representative near you at TakeSimpleSteps.com.
Big crowd standing for the stretch here in the middle of the fifth inning. This game has moved right along. Good pitching, good defense. 3 runs on the board, 8 hits. Huntley has left 7 runners on base through 5 innings, and that is despite the fact that Plainfield North has turned a couple of double plays.
Nick Laxner for the Red Raiders on the hill, beginning his 5th inning of work. Very efficient with his pitches tonight. He's only thrown 49 through 4 innings. 6 out of 12 strikes in inning 1, 12 out of 20 pitches inning 2, and then how about innings 3? 5 strikes, only 6 pitches used, and 6 strikes, 11 pitches used in the 4th inning. Pitch into contact, trusting his defense, and trying to keep his team in the game, which he has been able to do.
He has retired 8 straight, and it will be 7, 8, 9 in the Plainfield North order. Chris Miller, Sean Tillman, Ryan Summers. Miller had an RBI ground out, his only time up. That one stings. Steve Dashner, home plate umpire, said, let's just get a new ball out of that one. That is in a tough spot.
Will be swollen tomorrow morning, but if his ball club wins, he won't care.
Two runs came in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Miller led off, hit by a pitch. Kissel doubled him to 3rd. Base hit by Cangilla scored 1. Ground out by Miller scored the other, and that's it for Plainfield North scoring. This ball kicks off the mound. Goldstein on a run. What a job Jordan Goldstein has done tonight.
Well, anytime the ball's hit the left side, I get excited to hear your call, because you know it's going to be an exciting call with the way these two slick-feeling shortstops can make plays. That glove right down on the turf.
And that ball was not in the glove for very long. Here's Sean Tillman. One of 2 strikeouts that Laxner has tonight. This will not be a strikeout. This will be a base hit. That will hit and scoot, and Tillman is scooting, heading to second base for a 1-out double. That ball hit and kept on going.
Appears to be a fastball that was center cut. Tillman was looking for it. Got it. Watch where this block out his lead leg. He loads up, and he knows when he hits it, the play's in front of him. He's going to try to get an extra base, and does so easily. Got the pitch he wanted and just hurt it hard.
They're going to appeal to first base, asking whether Tillman missed the bag. Appeal denied. Big run out at second base with 1 out. Ryan Summers flew out to right field, his only time up.
Yakimiski up once again in the Red Raider bullpen. Shouldn't take him long.
Big curveball. This is up. Summers a .270 average on the season. Flinches, takes it for a strike.
That was the best fastball that he's thrown this inning. Yes, he's got 1 out, but that one had some definite pop.
Line drive right at the second baseman model. Tillman froze instinctively He is back, but there's 2 outs. Top of the order, Greg Budig. He's bounced out to third each of his first 2 times up.
2-1, 3-1. It's up to this at bat by Budig. Infield for the Red Raiders. Has to knock this ball down.
Budig hit by a pitch. Down to first base he goes. And that will bring up Garrett Cook. Noah Mazza, the courtesy run for Budig.
$14 RBIs. This would probably be his biggest.
Ground down the flyout tonight for the right fielder. Big block from Hoffman. Keeps runners at first and second. Right fielder A.J. Hinkle very deep. Be very tough for him to throw out a runner from second base on a base hit. Now we'll get time. Slow walk out to the mound. Earlier this afternoon, Lake Park claims a third place trophy. 7-1 win over Sandburg. That was after a 4-1 victory for Morton. The Potters pick up their second state championship in school history. 4-1 victory over St. Ignatius. This will close 16 games over 2 weekends, 4 classes of baseball, 4 state champions. It will close out the IHSA athletic season.
Dan Jennings is going to have his visit interrupted here by Steve Dashner, try to keep this game moving. But you could see there were some definite coaching points taking place right there. That was not a use some time tactic. That was some mechanics. That was some reminders to the defense.
Remember Cook with great speed at the plate. As Gavin Doyle waiting on deck behind him.
Tillman with great speed at second would carry the insurance run.
Maz is the courtesy runner at first. And as often we see, after a mound conference with multiple runners on base, a pickoff play.
Pivot, timing play, set play, shorten the runner's lead is all that's intended to do.
Cook rifles this one to right field. Down in front of Hinkle. Tillman waved around third. He will score. Now another runner attempting to score. Not going to happen. It was Mazza looking to come all the way around from first base. He may have run through a stop sign there. But the bottom line, a run is in. Tillman scores on the RBI single from Cook, and the lead goes to 2. Plainfield North 3. Huntley 1 on this RBI single from Cook.
Fastball down and in. He was looking for it, turned on it. There's a play cut off. And then the surprise. The next runner keeps coming. A short out, but an excellent play. Catch by Cameron Hoffman to negate what would be the second run on that base hit.
5.
In a hurry but want a fresh, affordable meal to serve your family or friends? Biaggi's Pronto Packs make it easy to enjoy an authentic Italian meal at home or on the go. Perfectly sized to serve 4 to 5 people and starting at only $30. Pronto Packs include your choice of a pasta or 2 pizzas with a house or Caesar salad and freshly baked bread with Biaggi's butter for dipping. Or if you're planning a meal for a large group, just ask about their party pans, sized for 8 to 12 guests and ready for pickup with 24 hours advance notice. With 6 Illinois locations, Biaggi's Carryout is the perfect solution for your busy lifestyle.
Sunshine has been somewhat sparse here this weekend in Joliet, but it is out, and we have very defined shadows here at Route 66 Stadium.
And so about halfway from pitcher's rubber to home plate is 60 foot 6 inches. Just about the midpoint, about 30 feet away, sun meets shade. Advantage pitcher to the sight line of the hitter trying to gauge that.
First pitch, A.J. Henkel, the base hit to right field. The Huntley crowd had been on their feet, and Henkel accommodated them early.
Henkel gets a fastball, looks for it, and hits it. And he got what, about 30 feet down the line, started raising his hand toward his crowd. Not in a cocky way, but let's get excited way as he checks his wrist to see what might be happening next.
Model is lined out to second and singled to center. Left-handed hitter, ready to go. He hits the ball hard to right field, hooking and foul. He put a good swing on that one. Right near the 327-foot sign.
I tell you what, he brought the Red Raider fans that were on their seat, not too many, they're now standing. We anticipated about the 5th or 6th, 7th inning that no one would be sitting in the fan base at each side on their feet and loud.
Nicholas Serrato on the mound, delivers to Model. He's going to go down the left field line. Miller, the diving catch along the line.
Oh my, take away a double. Ball to the line, goes to the line. That's going away from Brady Miller, the great athlete that he is. He's a quarterback. He's a 16-point-a-game scorer in basketball. He's a Western Michigan recruit in baseball, and he's a fine left fielder. That's his second extra base thief of the night as he's negated would-be rallies by Huntley.
Jason Peters will re-enter the game to hit for himself. He was pinch hit for by Evan Takmo. Takmo stayed in the ball game, and now Peters re-enters with one out and a runner at first here in the 6th inning. Think back to if Miller does not make those two catches. One near the wall. This one may have scored a runner from first.
Yeah, that one near the line and going even closer to the line.
Big cut from Peters.
They're getting some good hacks right now. They're getting some good passes at the baseball.
Miller saved 2 runs in the 3rd inning with his catch. After Huntley had scored 1. Saves a run there, puts an out on the board. There goes the runner, little hit and run action. Foul fouled away and out of play.
And a good call by you, because if we get a chance to see the break again.
This came in the 3rd inning when Miller tracked that one down. He follows that up here in the 6th with that catch.
And then a good attempt at a hit and run that was fouled off.
Peters scoops this up and just out of play. Ball and 2 strikes. Number 8 spot in the Red Raider order.
Henkel to his knees, clapping to his teammate Peters, trying to encourage him and exude confidence into his bloodlines.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Serrato, good picture of him. The adrenaline is flowing.
Gets right back on that rubber. To third, Tillman slowly hit. They'll look for one. Nearly turning on a slow roller. But they do get that lead runner. Quick quick turn at second from Summers made this close.
And once again, though, look at Tillman. Slow roller, he knew it. So what did he do? He was sure of an out. He didn't want to rush that play and try to make too big a play. He knows his team has a 2-run lead. Get the lead out, get the second out. Smart play. He has had an outstanding 2 days at third base and has contributed at the plate as well.
Number 9 hitter Joey Petriniak. Single. He has scored the only Huntley run today. That came in the third inning. He also reached on an error. A.J. Henkel started this inning with the leadoff single. He played 6 innings. In 4 of them, Huntley has put the leadoff batter on. In the other 2, the second hitter in the inning has been on base, yet only 1 run has scored. Corrado trying to get Petriniak to fish.
Good miss, as they say.
Looper right field and down. The single from Petriniak puts runners on first and second. And we go to the top of the Red Raiders order. Michael Teleski. Teleski at the plate. He bounced into that 1-2-3 double play. A walk and a fly out in addition to that double play bounce out. The tying run is at first base. Out of play, right field side. Teleski on the season, 5 doubles and a home run. Big park, you find a gap, you can do some running here.
Red Raiders 63-13 the last 2 years. You knew they were going to keep battling.
You just go 3 years ago when the varsity program had a 9-27 record. Teleski fouls it away, right side. Serrato keeps on coming on the mound. Came in relief in the third inning for Keegan Bates. Both sides making noise. And a strikeout to end the 6th. 2 more runners left on base. Tigers pour out of the dugout to congratulate Nicholas Serrano for getting out of the inning. And Plainfield North will come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th with a 2-run lead.
This portion of the game sponsored by Biaggi's, where carryout and curbside pickup make it easy to enjoy the great taste of Biaggi's at home. Visit Biaggi's online at biaggi's.com.
So why is the Plainfield North section of the field turning around and facing the concourse? Because up on the concourse is a softball team from Plainfield North, returning from East Peoria with the 2nd place trophy, falling in 7 innings today, 2-1 to Rock Island. But a very appreciative crowd, and those girls will get into the stands and watch the final inning and a half here in Joliet, pulling for the boys to finish off this baseball state title.
This game has been everything that we anticipated. I go back only a little over an hour ago. That's how fast we've been to your open when you talked about the fundamentals. And we said, yes, fundamentals and execution, that would win, and the couple special plays mixed in. We've seen all of those occur here tonight through 5.5.
There are members of the Plainfield North softball team, their medallions draped around their necks. Didn't quite turn out the way they had hoped. They'll bring that flag down into the stands. This ball hit high and deep by Doyle, down the left field line. Just foul. Now I'm going to tell you again that fence, it says 348, last year that was 18 feet closer. If that fence is still there, that ball hooks around that foul pole and it's a home run.
And that's the first one off the bat of anyone all weekend. When it left the bat, I thought it had a chance.
A long strike. No, it's about a 2-hour drive from East Peoria. And softball team and their fans, they could have hung around and, congratulate each other and finished out that way, but they jumped in the cars and they hustled their way here to Joliet.
Support your classmates. One of the best things that happens in high school.
Gavin Doyle 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout and a flyout. Nick Laxner still on the mound. He has given up only 4 hits tonight. Huntley has out-hit the Tigers by an 8-4 margin. Two runs in the second, 1 in the fifth for North. The only run for Huntley coming in the third. This will stay fair. Throw across, a short hop and a tough one. And Rumachik will stay with it. He got the throw from Jason Peters. And in an awkward move, Rumachik did what he had to do. Now the question here is, with Rumachik falling over that first base bag, was there a bag available for Doyle to reach?
There's a short hop again and a nice pick.
He had the bag available to him, and Doyle is ruled out.
Rumachek did a good job. He had his back foot to the back part of first base. Then he fell down on his backside to finish that play.
Brady Miller has taken an offer here in the state tournament. An offer at the plate. However, it's what Miller has done outside of home plate. Last night, Brady Miller picked up the win, went to 10-1, 6 2/3 innings to send his team here into the semifinals, and 2 great catches, run-saving catches, here tonight in the championship game.
Laxner going to the changeup more in this inning. Circle change.
This is inside. 2 years ago, Plainfield North came to Joliet. They were one of the favorites, loaded with future college personnel. They finished 4th. Admittedly, a very disappointing performance for the Tigers. This team came back here this year. John Darlington reminds everybody this is a different team. It's a different kind of team than the one from 2 years ago.
Star-studded 6-7 Division I players. These guys just have each other's back pitch after pitch, day after day.
Miller drives this one deep to right center field. This has got some ride to it, and it's gone! An opposite field bomb from Brady Miller. And it is a 4-1 Plainfield North lead.
That's a DLG home run. Definitely long gone. He has been struggling the whole weekend with off-speed breaking balls. Hitters count fastball, and he was able to charge that into right field. You'll see the bounce as it leaves the yard.
his 4th home run of the season. And that silences the crowd. The energy from the Plainfield North side. They feel the sigh of relief. The lead stretched to 3, and for Huntley, that takes the win out of there. This ball's ripped to left by Kissel. One out, runner at first, and a run in. Cangilla will come to the plate.
Go back to Miller's home run. He had a hitter's count. He was going to let any breaking ball go. Wanted to sit dead red, head down on a fastball. He got it and heard it. Kissel follows through the base hit. A fine performance by Laxner as he gets a great hand from the Red Raider Nation.
Into the game is Grant Yakimiski. We'll give you the numbers right after this. Nick Laxner gave it everything he had for Huntley. A couple of hard hit balls, including one that left the yard. He will exit for Grant Yakimiski.
Yakimiski in a familiar role, that being in relief. This is his 19th game, so you can see they use him often. 4-0, only 24 innings in those 19 games. So a short man it is. 2.33 earned run average, 26 strikeouts, 8 base on balls. His responsibility is easy to define. His team chasing 3. Keep us right here. One more shot, but they got to keep it within striking distance.
While Yakimiski was taking his warm-up tosses to the catcher Cameron Hoffman, the 7 other players for Huntley all got together behind second base. They're looking to dig deep, and it's just as you said, stop it right here, then go to work in the top of the 7th. Cangilla 1 for 2 tonight, drove in a run. The first of this game, that was in the 2nd inning. Take that pitch for a strike. One ball, one strike.
Got good speed on first with Kissel, and a guy that can handle the bat in Cangilla.
Keep Kissel close. Outfield deep for Cal Cangilla. Chance for 2. 1, 2. Yakimiski comes in. He gets the 463 double play. However, it comes after. Brady Miller takes one out of the park. Here's Miller's home run. A bomb to right center. A 4-1 lead. 3 outs away from a championship as we go to the 7th.
This portion of the game sponsored by Biaggi's, where carryout and curbside pickup make it easy to enjoy the great taste of Biaggi's at home. Visit Biaggi's online at biaggi's.com.
Plainfield North, a 3-run lead. How did we get here? Well, obviously some offense, but how about some defense? Brady Miller in left field, that saved 2 runs right there.
Robbery number 1. 5-4, 3 and out.
And then a 1-2-3 double play, a pair of double plays in the first 6 innings. And that gets the Tigers out of a jam. Brady Miller again, the diving catch in left field saves a run. And then the strikeout to end the threat last inning for Huntley. Plainfield North fans sensing a state title. They'll have to get by 2, 3, 4 in the order for the Red Raiders.
Never been done in the history of Plainfield North, but they're oh so close.
Jordan Goldstein to lead it off. Sacrifice a walk and a ground out for the shortstop. Nicholas Serrato. He's on the mound. It was a long time ago that Serrato came into this ball game with 1 out in the 3rd inning.
Catch up baseball, Goldstein, straight take there.
And he will head to first base. Five innings now. Huntley has had the leadoff batter on base. The other 2, the second batter in the inning on base, yet they have only scored 1 run.
At this point, it appears to be Serrato's game. Nobody up in a pen down the left field line. An innocent hit by pitch or a big one. The inning plays on.
Hoffman a hit and 3 at-bats tonight. He's also flown out deep to center field. Strike 1. Cangilla holding the runner Goldstein on at first base. That creates a big hole for left-handed hitting Cameron Hoffman on the right side. Strike 2.
Both sides going to react to every pitch the rest of the way.
Mass of fans behind the Huntley dugout on their feet. Same can be said on the third base side for the Plainfield North fans. Inside the line. This will be extra bases. Goldstein will head to third. Hoffman, the double. Nobody out, 2 on for the Red Raiders.
He throws his hands right on top of this ball, just laces it down the line past Cangilla. Watch the hands stay on top. The barrel right over it. Hit with authority. They got something going. And do you think anyone in the Huntley dugout or fan base has any recollection of that 4-run 8th inning? Of course they do, on that comeback they had earlier on in this tournament. We did it before. They believe they can do it again.
That was the game against McHenry, the first game of the sectional. In the 8th inning, the Red Raiders trailed 5-2. That was after they tied the game in the 7th. As you said, a 4-run inning led to the win. You saw the home run from Brady Miller, and how huge is that right now? And you have a person at the plate, Matt Rodriguez, who could duplicate that. Serrato stays in the game.
But the drama continues to build.
Big cut from the big man. Defensively for Plainfield North, you do not want this hitter to get to second base. A base hit, you get the ball to second if the ball gets to the outfield. Rodriguez hits it hard. Kissel gives ground. That will score a run. It will advance Michael Boland to third as Goldstein crosses the plate and makes it a 4-2 game.
Well, you're Rodriguez. You did all you could. You took a fastball up and you got on top of it and you drove it He just happened to drive it by Kissel, who catches anything in his area code.
Hunter Rumachik. We'll take ball one.
So important for Rumachek to understand what his job is. Not necessarily driving this run. He's got to get his legs on base.
Two balls, no strikes. The infield will take the out at first. Picked up. Doyle can't handle it. Run scores, and Rumachik's legs are on base. It's a 4-3 game. Base hit on the infield for Rumachik.
2-0 fastball, no take in his mind. His coach green lights him. Doyle lays out, but can't finish the deal. Tying run on base, lead run on the box.
Good speed at first in Hunter Rumachik. John Darlington, slow walk to the mound for Plainfield North. A.J. Henkel has 2 hits tonight, and he will face a new pitcher. Serrato gave everything he had. And Eben Heine will get the well wishes from Serrato, who leaves to a big hand.
Well, let's take a look at Heine. Only a sophomore. Comes in, state championship on the line. His 11th game, his first 10, he's been solid. 4-0, 34 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 37 in 34 innings as a sophomore, 1.62 earned run average. The only other number to look at, 25 base on balls. So he can, at times, be out of sync.
Watching him work in the stretch, a high leg kick. The Tigers will run some more folks down in the bullpen. Nate Curtis gets down. The junior will get loosened up. Obviously, he hopes he will not be used in this game. In the hands of the sophomore Eben Heine. 1 out, runner at first, 2 runs in.
Well, you're kind of thinking 2 things. One, if you're a Red Raider fan, can Henkel roll the line and keep this thing moving? If you're a Plainfield North fan, can you get one more ground ball and turn the trifecta of 3 double plays? None of them would be bigger than that.
Outfield deep for Henkel. Tying run at first. Rumachik the lead. Heine on the mound. He uses a slide step for a strike. Heine pitched on the varsity as a freshman. He just turned 16 years old. And he has a loud crowd in his left ear on that first base side.
Back-to-back slide steps, a little bit tougher. That was a breaking ball, so it's tough to get your arm slot up with a slide step on a curveball. But it's an adjustment and adaptation you have to make to negate the running game.
A ball and 2 strikes. Huntley crowd willing their offense to get one more here in the top of the 7th. Roller, a foul ball. Foul ball called by Steve Dashner, our home plate umpire. Andy Jakubowski, the head coach and third base coach for Huntley, disagrees. Here's a look at it. Foul ball.
Good call. Now remember, it's where the ball's at, not where the fielder's at.
The hop before the last one hit in fair territory. That very last hop, about 2 inches in foul territory. 1-2. A.J. Henkel back into the box. Rumachik at first. That did not miss by much. Heine does not want to go to 3-2. Long look at the wristbands. Henkel just keeps it alive. Angela taking no chances down at first.
Remember that swing. It was ugly, but effective. It gave him another chance. That was a pitch Heine wanted. Henkel had to foul it off to stay alive. Will he get a better one to his liking?
Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, top of the 7th, the 4A championship ball game. Are you running Rumachik here?
Do you or don't you?
14 stolen bases on the year. He inches out a bit more. There he goes. Henkel stays alive. Good jump by Rumachik at first base.
Now what you're doing, if you're Andy Jakubowski, is you're saying, I believe, A.J. Henkel, that you're going to move the baseball. That's the confidence I have in you by starting the runner in front of you.
He goes again. Henkel to right field. Rumachik lets a slam on the brakes. He has to head back. And he does get back. 2 outs.
Really good base running by Henkel, who was going. He found the baseball. If he doesn't slide back in, it's game over. Double play. Great base running. Smart base running. Aggressive base running.
Zach Model, 1 for 3 tonight. Tying run at first base. He's lined out hard to second. He is lined out to left. Strike 1. Heine pitches like he's been in a state championship game for 4 years.
Look at that deep breath right there.
Strike 2. The bullpen comes sprinting in for Plainfield North. They are hoping for one more pitch. A wee bit outside. John Darlington takes his cap off. He thought he had strike 3 in a state championship. Let's do it again at 1-2. There goes Rumachik. The throw down. He's in with the stolen base. That surprised everyone. The catcher, Greg Budig, hesitated. Now the tying run in scoring position.
Middle infield once again late to cover. Second time that's happened this evening. Changes the complexion. And just a little bit more pressure on the infield defense now with a man in scoring position.
Plainfield North brings our outfielders in just a bit. They want to be able to throw out the runner at second on a base hit. Off the leg of Model. Plainfield North fans didn't see it. And the fireworks go off. Shut them off. Shut off the fireworks. Well, this is a first. Well, how about this? Well, that's embarrassing.
That's the most fireworks I've ever seen for a foul ball.
All right, off the leg. There's no doubt about this one. Off the foot, actually, the front foot. All right, with the smoke billowing in right center field. Heine delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Plainfield North, 2018 Class 4A state champions. The sophomore, Eben Heine. The breaking ball. Pass model. And the first team state championship in Plainfield North history. Huntley's comeback falls so agonizingly close for them.
What a great backdoor hammer that was. Got it right down and in. Sophomore with senior savvy with the save. And the fireworks, they'd already enjoyed them, but they get to look back because now the smoke has cleared as Plainfield North has won the school's first ever state title in what was indeed a tremendous baseball game.
A 4-3 final score in a classic baseball game here for a state title. Defense for Plainfield North, enough offense, a comeback for Huntley. It falls just short. And in the end, Plainfield North claims a Class 4A title, 4-3 over the Red Raiders from Huntley. We hope you enjoyed all 16 games of our high school baseball coverage from Peoria and from Joliet. For my partner, Mark Lindo, I'm Dave Bernhardt. Congratulations to our 4 champions and a great 2 weekends of baseball in Illinois. We will talk to you in the fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the field for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 2018 Class 4A IHSA baseball tournament. Presenting medallions and trophies will be Sam Knox, tournament manager, and a representative of the IHSA. At this time, please meet the Red Raiders of Huntley High School, who finished the 2018 season in second place with a final record of 33 wins and 7 losses. Principal, Scott Rowe. Athletic Director, Glenn Wilson. Head Coach, Andy Jacobowski. Assistant Coach, Derek Morhart. Assistant Coach, Dan Jennings. And Assistant Coach, Chris Klein. And now the players of the Red Raiders. Number 1, Jason Peters. Number 2, AJ Henkel. Number 3, Zach Modell. Number 4, Cameron Hoffman. Number 5, Jordan Goldstein. Number 6, Nathaniel Goodrich. Number 7, Kyle Mauer. Number 8, Joey Petrinik. Number 9, Evan Cockmo. Number 11, Anthony Zach. Number 12, Chris Costantino. Number 13, Kyle Morgan. Number 14, Joe Rosenthal. Number 15, Michael Bowen. Number 16, Grant Yatinsky. Number 17, Jackson Broom. Number 18, Michael Koleski. Number 19, Davis Pasco. Number 20, Dylan Jenkins. Number 21, Diego Solares. Number 22, Hunter Romacek. Number 23, Keegan Garcella. Number 24, Nick Laxner. Number 25, Eli Papalonis. Number 26, Josh Carlin. And number 27, Matt Rodriguez. The Red Raiders of Huntley High School. At this time, please meet the Tigers of Plainfield North High School, who finished the 2018 season in first place with a final record of 29 wins and 7 losses. Superintendent, Dr. Laney Abreu. Principal, Ross Draper. Athletic Director, Ron Lear. And trainer, Bob Lorica. Head coach, John Darlington. Assistant coaches, Brandon Lewinsky and Andrew Holden. The players from the Tigers. Number 1, Noah Maza. Number 2, Ryan Summers. Number 3, Josh Fleming. Number 4, Henry Bissell. Number 5, Nicholas Chiraco. Number 6, Garrett Cook. Number 7, Jacob Shearer. Number 8, Sean Gilman. Number 9, Eric Mickenbecker. Number 10, Stephen Heine. Number 11, Christopher Miller. Number 12, Gavin Doyle. Number 13, Jacob Goss. Number 14, Cal Angela. Number 15, Keegan Bates. Number 16, Red Booty. Number 17, Harrison Pfeiffer. Number 18, Brandon Hudson. Number 19, Dylan Jacobitz. Number 20, Cody Harrison. Number 21, Nate Curtis. Number 22, Nathan Harden. Number 24, Patrick Miller. And number 25, Brady Miller. For a champion, Plainfield North Tigers. Could you please direct your attention to the table behind home plate with Coach Jacobowski and the captains of Huntley High School. Please step forward to receive the second place trophy. With Coach Darlington and the captains of Plainfield North High School, please step forward to receive the first place trophy. With the mother of Kelly Heidi, please report to the IHSA